The SFL preseason has arrived on the West Coast, and fans of the Black and Teal have packed the Shark Tank to get a first look at a reloaded San Francisco Sharks team that added Season 10 breakout star Ahmed Chima to an already potent offense. Providing the opposition today are the Oklahoma City Renegades, who finally made it back to the promised land of the playoffs last season after a 9-season absence. Oklahoma City boasts a strong core of young returning players who look to build on last season's taste of success and build toward the future. Good evening, I'm your play-by-play commentator Michael Turillo, joined today in the booth by Merrick Itera. Good evening, Merrick.
What's going on, Michael?
I am doing well, getting ready to call some SFL preseason action as we send it down to the field for the coin toss. Let's get Merrick's thoughts on today's game.
It should be really interesting to see how J.W. Doyle and Chad Guy perform in their first preseason and with their new squads.
We're talking, of course, about the two highest draft picks for each team. Renegades will defend first. I'm sorry, they will get the ball first. As the kicker for San Francisco, that is Rostarian Sloan, has the ball on the tee. The whistle goes, and it's game on here at the Shark Tank. Received at the 10-yard line up to the 20-25 spin move, makes a man look silly. And up to the Oklahoma City 28-yard line, working right to left, is Kyle Corbett, the quarterback, returning kicks today for the Renegades. And we're going to get our first look at Deacon Nickens in his second SFL season with Oklahoma City. He will start under center, a single back and one wide out each side. Snap, short drop, looks to throw, checks down to the running back. That is wrong roster. That is J.W. Doyle out of the backfield.
Yeah, looks like
picked up nothing on first down.
Yeah, so they got the ball to him out there. Francisco's defense wasn't having it.
And you got to think that they will have clued in on what a beast Doyle is, and maybe looking to shut him down, maybe put a spy on him at all times. We got second down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they had Chad Guy watching him every play.
Here's the handoff, and up the middle goes Doyle. He'll only get 1 yard before he's wrapped up by Barry Barkley, the free safety, who comes up to make the tackle. Let's get you through the starting lineups for Oklahoma City on offense. The quarterback is number 19, Deacon Nickens. The running back is number 27, J.W. Doyle. The wide receivers are number 11, Hunter Jones, and 17, Deezer Powell. The tight ends, number 88, Charles Wyndham, and number 89, Tiberius Bovine, as that ball is floated out to the far side, and Hunter Jones comes down with his first catch. The 30th pick in the SFL draft makes his first catch on the SFL field. Unfortunately, was not able to get first down yardage, so fourth down coming up. Punting for Oklahoma City is Ethan Ellis.
Yeah, it's not surprising with 4th and 4, especially where they're out on the field, that they're going to look to just kick it back, hold one defense, maintain field position.
Ellis's punt is returned and breaking off one tackle, but not getting away from the other couple up to the 33-yard line. And there we see Ahmed Chima, one of the steals of the offseason. He led the Houston Hyenas all the way to the SFL semifinals in Season 10, and now he's out here on the West Coast applying his trade in the black and teal. He'll start under center, with two backs behind him and a receiver each side, going left to right across your radio dial. And he'll throw out to the far side on first down. That pass is complete. And he will grab Gabriel Manning for 5 yards on first down. Let's get you through the Sharks offense. The quarterback is Ahmed Chima. The running back is Ogun Zulu. The wide receivers are Mickey Martino and Gabriel Manning. The tight end is Matt Burnham. A really loaded offense for San Francisco this year. And they'll come out in the I formation with a single man right on second down and 5 from their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, they got a lot of guys in the box on this play.
And it's a handoff straight up the middle of Zulu, who makes a man miss. And he's across the 50. One man to beat, and that man brings him down. Brady Clark, the safety, moves over and makes a touchdown saving tackle.
Yeah, and that's impressive because Zulu can get running. He can get going once he's out on the field. And you can already see he's following his blocks. He's outspeeding people, and Brady Clark's the only one to beat.
He kind of bounced off his own guy in the backfield before he found a hole. Zulu back for his second season with the Sharks, transitioning from fullback to running back for this year. Offset eye behind Chima, and Zulu will get the ball, and he will go nowhere. This time, the Oklahoma City defense ready for it. That's Cole Irvine, the linebacker, on the tackle. I mentioned in the opening, Merrick, that this is going to be a high-powered San Francisco offense, and one of the keys to the game for San Francisco is got to be have Ahmed Chima continue his form since season 10. How do you see him playing out today?
Well, I mean, when he's got such a great primary target, Gabriel Manning, that I can't see him going too far away from where he was last season. He's going to be throwing a lot. Gabriel Manning's going to come down with him a lot more often than not.
Zulu on that carry brought down for a loss of 1, and since that opening run, he's gotten pretty much nothing. And now on third down at 11, Chima alone in the backfield, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Working from the Oklahoma City 34-yard line. Played out to the near side. That pass is caught. And Mickey Martino makes his first catch, but cannot make first down yardage. In fact, he only picked up 4. 4th and 17 coming up. Barely in field goal range, I think.
Yeah, Oklahoma City did a great job of covering that play and holding them to just their outlet pass on the right.
So both teams now have gone to their rookie wide receivers on third down and long, and they haven't gotten the first down. We will see the kick coming up here. Razatarian Sloan for San Francisco, one of a few teams, in fact, to employ contracted kickers, and the kick is away. And it's right down Main Street, so 3 points on the board for Sloan. With 7:18 to go in the first, it's 3-0 Sharks. Solid first drive for San Francisco off the back of a big run by Zulu, and now Oklahoma City will look to respond. Both teams have had an offensive series now, Merrick, and what did you see from both teams?
It looks like they're both trying, just figuring each other out right now. They're going for short passes. Both tried to run a couple times. I'd imagine Oklahoma City will go a little bit harder to their first-round halfback pick in this next series to test San Francisco's run defense up the middle.
Kyle Corbett gets it up to the 27-yard line, and that is where Oklahoma City will start. Sporting a new look today, bronze helmets, white jerseys, bronze pants, with bronze numbers and a yellow outline. The Sharks today in all black with teal and white. Offset eye, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, and Deacon Nickens under center. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Nickens pumps, throws into traffic, and that ball is knocked away. The first down comes to nothing as Abner St. John knocks that ball to the ground.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he tried to get that ball in there to him when he was double covered like that.
Preseason, everybody just trying to work out routes and everything, and we're probably going to see some mistakes. In fact, we definitely will. 2nd down and 10. Dickens in the shotgun, a man outside, and is going to hand it off. And a loss of 1 on the play for J.W. Doyle.
Yep, that was Chad Guy making that tackle.
Chad Guy, number 11th overall pick, coming in trying to make an impression here early in this game. Trips left, 1 to the right on 3rd and 11. Nickens stands in, under pressure, throws a wobbly pass short. The ball's on the turf. It's fumbled and picked up by San Francisco. Down to the sideline, 10-5, put it on the board. Special teams touchdown for Barry Barkley, the safety.
Yeah, he's already got the San Francisco chomp down for his celebration dance. You'll see it a lot this year.
So for all the talk about San Francisco's high-powered offense, it's the defense that comes up big on the first play. Bubba Marshall was the man that made the catch. He dropped it after they hit. Barkley was there to pick it up, and look, there's the end zone. So with 6:34 to go in the first, San Francisco about to be up double digits here after the extra point. And there's not really much you can say about that other than the man made a play. As Tarian Sloan puts the extra point through, and with 6 minutes and 34 seconds to go in this evening's first quarter, San Francisco 10, Oklahoma City nothing. This is the SFL preseason presented by ABM Music on YouTube.
Yeah, and as expected, the San Francisco Sharks defense is being as opportunistic as they were last season. They take advantage of those little mistakes you make, and they make you pay for them.
Sloan boots it away. Kyle Corbett, for the third time in the first quarter, will field at his own 10-yard line. Spin move gets him up to the 29, and that's where the Oklahoma City Renegades will begin their next drive. We've seen a 3-and-out and a fumble. It can only really go up from here for OKC, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine that Ahmed Chima will probably be trying some, or I'm sorry, not Ahmed Chima, Deegan Nickens will probably be trying some shots downfield on this drive, try to get his squad back up.
They've got two contracted tight ends, but it's the J.W. Doyle show again, and he picks up 4 yards. That's his best carry of the game so far. 2nd down and 6 coming up from the Oklahoma City 33-yard line. Both of these teams went 5-7 last year. Oklahoma City made the playoffs as a wild card team and then lost to the Mexico City Aztecs in the first round. I'll get to the rest of my thought after this next play, as there's an offset eye with 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Nickens stands in, fires a dart down the field into triple coverage, and the catch is made past the 50-yard line all the way to the 46. Great grab by Hunter Jones.
Yeah, it was a great ball placement by Nickens. He hit Jones right on the outside, heading towards the sideline, allowed him to get his body in between himself and the coverage, and he comes down with a good grab.
3 men there, and nobody could stop that pass. And the rest of my point was San Francisco was also 5-7 last year, but did not make the playoffs, probably because they were in a tough Western Conference. As Doyle gets the ball on first down, he'll pick up 3 yards right up the middle. Chad Guy brings him down. He's got 3 tackles already.
Yeah, the rookie's making his presence felt up there. 3 tackles and a tackle for loss already, and we're still in the first quarter, so you can kind of see that their defense looks like restructured. They're going to be counting on that linebacker core.
2nd down and 7 now. Heavy set for Nickens. He's under center. Short drop, looks to throw. He'll pitch it out to Doyle on the right side. He's got room to run, and he makes a man miss, and he finally is pushed out of bounds after picking up about 15 yards and a first down the near sideline.
Yeah, those are grown man yards for the rookie out there in his first preseason game. He just runs right through this first guy. He's got 2 more to beat. Neither one of them took him down. They just got him out of bounds. So
that first guy was Barry Barkley, the man who made the scoop and score touchdown earlier. And he ran right through him. 1st down and 10 from the San Francisco 28-yard line. A man each side with Doyle in the backfield. He gets the carry, and he's shut down in the backfield immediately. Loss of 3 yards, and that may even be a generous spot. David Njoku, the defensive end, comes up big there.
The defense was not going to be having two plays to J.W. Doyle for a decent amount of positive yards in a row.
Now 2nd down and 13. Oklahoma City has struggled last season when they were put behind the sticks in down and distance situations. Let's see if they can bounce back here. Short drop, short pass complete off the far side. And getting close to the first down, 10-yard pickup, and it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Brock Manley, 2nd string wide out on the catch. Now a third and manageable here. Do you go with Doyle again, or do you try a quick out to one of your talented wide receivers?
If it's me, I'm looking for Hunter Jones on this play. Either that or Deezer Powell.
And it's going to be a flare out to the near side, and that pass is caught. First down, yardage up to the 13-yard line, and it is Deezer Powell making the grab into the SFL presented by APM Music Red Zone for the first time today for the Renegades.
Yeah, Nickens is doing a really good job of distributing the ball on both sides of the field and keeping the Sharks defense back on their toes. Looks like he might be setting them up for another run here.
A good rhythm so far on this series for the Renegades. Nickens drops back to pass. Good protection. He rifles it towards the end zone, and that pass is caught. Put it on the board. Hunter Jones, you have yourself an SFL touchdown.
That was over Camden Hoffman as well, who's returning for San Francisco this year.
One-on-one matchup, and it's just a well-thrown ball near shoulder. Not a defender in the area to make a play, and it's 6 points for the Renegades. Shout out to Zig Walsh 90, Bulldog Lover, Hunter Jones, Mr. Gutty, TMG Jr., Panda Boy, and everybody else watching right now on the SFL Network on YouTube. We're so glad you could join us as Johnny Omega. First time his foot has touched the ball today, but it is a good extra point. 3 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the first. Oklahoma City 7, San Francisco 10. And that's what the Oklahoma City offense can do. They got a good rhythm going. They mixed run and pass, and they kind of had the San Francisco defense on their heels for a bit there.
Yeah, the bend but don't break defense with San Francisco, champion last season, looks a little bit more prone to breaking so far, but not too much. No, I mean, this is a good OKC squad.
Oh, there we go. And another man missed. And all the way up near midfield to the 45-yard line. Gabriel Manning.
Yeah, always a threat. Every kickoff is a potential score for this guy.
He did break 1 or 2 last season, if I remember rightly.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he got a couple in the end zone for us when I was with the Sharks last year.
And good field position for the home team. Crowd a little quiet right now after the OKC touchdown on their last drive. Ahmed Chima looks to change that. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 to the backfield. Chima changes the play at the line. And he's going to drop back, deep drop, goes over the middle into traffic, and that pass is caught. 5-yard pickup, and right at midfield will be the next play. Looking to see who caught that pass, and that is Manning again.
If the Sharks' offense is anything like it was last year, they'll look for Gabriel Manning early and often. They'll throw to him in double coverage. They're not really concerned about what the defense does to shut him down. They trust Gabriel Manning's ability to make plays.
Here's a pitch in the backfield, and Zulu shrugs off a tackle and gets positive yardage, but he looked like he was dead to rights for a loss of 4 or 5. He picks up 3 and makes it a 3rd down and manageable.
Yeah, he pulled 4 yards out of his hat right there.
That was Al Clint, the safety, spying all the way, and just made him look silly. 3rd down and 3 now. Chima. Short drop, looks over the middle, nothing there. He slings it now, and that pass is caught. 1st down, as the ball did go past the chains. Mickey Martino picking up the new downs for the Sharks.
That's great patience by Ahmed Chima to wait for that play to develop, wait for his rookie receiver to get open, get 1st down yardage, keep the drive alive.
That play definitely did not look like it was designed to go to Martino, but it did find him in the end. 1st down and 10 into Oklahoma City territory at the 43-yard line. Good pocket for Chima. He throws, and that pass is deflected to the ground. Vicious deflection by Kyle Corbett. Gets his hands on the football for the first time today.
Corbett in this Oklahoma City defense, his name's been mentioned a lot more than I expected to prior to the game.
2nd and 10.
That's probably because he's returning kicks, and he has got the monumental task of guarding Gabriel Manning in the one-on-one matchup. Second down and 10 now. From the gun, it's a handoff to Zulu, and Zulu gets 2 yards. And it'll be third down and 8.
Yeah, that was Day Drury with the tackle there to stop that draw play.
Now on third down, Shima's going to have to use that arm. We haven't really seen him go deep yet, but a lot of short passes and crossing routes. But now 4 wide with nobody in the backfield. Shima loads up, throws downfield, is tipped in the air and almost intercepted. The ball does eventually hit the turf. Al Clint got the hand to it first, and it'll be, looks like it's going to be a punt coming up for San Francisco.
That was great team defense by Oklahoma City, and showing that they're not afraid of Gabriel Manning burning him, and sharing the responsibility of covering him between 3 players on that play.
For a second there, I thought we were going to see a repeat of what happened in the earlier game today, where the ball popped way up into the air and was eventually caught on about the 2nd or 3rd deflection. They're going to try and pin him deep, and the punt is moving towards the 5. That's a gorgeous punt down to the 2.
Yeah, that's real good ball placement by Kicks there. Oklahoma City's going to have a lot to work, or is going to have a lot to work out of here.
He's so good, he's not on my roster. So we're just going to have to call him Kicks for now. Oklahoma City now in the shadow of their own end zone at their own 2-yard line. A receiver each side, and Doyle in the backfield, and Doyle getting the handoff in his own end zone, and he only picks up a yard, and that might even be a generous spot.
Now that's a lot of trust in the rookie to hand off the ball to him that close to your own end zone.
And Chad Guy makes another tackle, marking his 4th on the day. We're still in the first quarter. Second down and 9 now from the 3. Handoff, Doyle, same play. He's going nowhere and barely not a safety. They're going to mark it at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like forward progress got stopped at the 1, but that was very similar to the last play they called, and San Francisco handled it the same way. They got penetration early. Abner St. John's definitely coaching that D-line up.
Now, you got to think Nickens is going to have to throw from the back of his own end zone if he wants to do anything with this drive. And it's another handoff to Doyle. Shakes off a tackler. Tries to make another man miss, and he's not going to get there. He gets 6 yards up to the Oklahoma City 7-yard line, and good field position upcoming for the Sharks.
Great defensive stand by the Sharks here to force them back into a positive field position situation.
That is the end of the first quarter. Sharks 10, Renegades 7. We've been here for you folks on the SFL Network, presented by APM Music on YouTube. Stay with us. Ethan Ellis is the punter for the Renegades, and we've switched sides here. Oklahoma City now punting from right to left. He stands back of his own end zone. He gets the punt away. Fair catch called inside Oklahoma City territory at the 38-yard line, and this is a perfect opportunity for San Francisco to stretch the lead.
San Francisco with the ball inside the 40. I mean, short field to work with, and you've got some people that can take up the whole rest of the field that's left in one play.
Ahmed Shima has got to show a little bit more than he has already. First down and 10 from the Oklahoma City 38. Handoff to Zulu. Pounds forward for 3 yards. Drove 2 defenders backwards, including Cole Irvine, who's made a couple of tackles so far tonight.
Zulu's averaging almost 6 yards a carry so far. It's pretty impressive.
As we see the big shark that adorns the top of the Shark Tank Stadium here in San Francisco by the Bay. A receiver each side, and Zulu in the backfield. Shima, short drop, goes to the far side. That pass is complete and a step inbounds. Good foot control there by the rookie Martino, and it's going to be 3rd and 2.
It looks like the Sharks are willing to just take the patient route and go short yardage plays and just eat it up. Move forward, burn some clock off as well.
Just over 10 minutes to go in the second quarter of today's game. Offset I. 3 receivers, 2 to the left and 1 to the right on 3rd down and 2. Cheem, handoff, zooming up the middle. And he barely doesn't get there. In fact, they won't even give him any yards at all. Big stop made by Zig Washington, rookie defensive end. First time we've called his name tonight.
Yeah, that was a great tackle by Washington.
And they're going to try a very long field goal here. But they do have Rosatarian Sloan. Perfect on kick so far. The kick is away. And it's right down Main Street from 47 yards. 13 points for the Sharks.
Yeah, that was a great click, or a great kick by Sloan.
You have a name that's impossible for me to say.
Yeah.
And you kick well, you'll have your place here in the SFL.
Yeah, household name in week 6.
He's got it on the tee. The ball is in the air again. And Kyle Corbett from his own 10-yard line right into the teeth of the punt coverage team and up to the 31. And that is where Oklahoma City will start their next drive.
Still 31. Go ahead.
Something I've noticed so far is that Oklahoma City has 2 contracted tight ends, Charles Wyndham, who's a rookie, and Tiberius Bovine, who's one of the longest tenured players in the SFL. He's been playing since season 3. And neither of them have caught a pass yet.
Bovine is for sure one of the old hats in the league.
Oh.
It looks like Oklahoma City's content to stick to their run game and their short passing game. They just haven't looked to use the tight ends yet. Maybe they're saving them for the second half.
Count them, 5 tackles for Chad Guy. This one for a loss of 3 yards as the pitch to J.W. Doyle just went backwards. Now behind the stick, 2nd down and 13. Nickens back to pass. Big drop. Fires it out to the far side. That pass is complete. The receiver falls out of bounds. Keeps the toes down. And Deezer Powell's got another reception.
Powell's shown the awareness he's known for, keeping his feet in bounds, falling outside, making the catch, securing it. There's no way he's dropping it. Positive yards.
3rd down and 8 now. It's not an easy task. But we've got twin receivers to each side. And Nickens, short drop, throws over the middle. That man was wide open in the teeth of the defense and getting up to almost midfield. Great job there, and that's Deezer Powell again on the crossing route.
Yeah, Powell's got the hot hand right now. He's Nickens is probably going to be looking for him throughout this drive just to see how far they can push it.
Camden Hoffman is the man tasked with covering Powell today, and he left him for dead at the line of scrimmage that time. That's a matchup I want to see more of as the game goes on. A receiver each side, heavy set with Doyle in the backfield, and he'll get the ball on 1st down. He's got room to run on a blocker in front of him. He makes through to the 2nd level. 20, 15, 10, 5, far sideline. Oh, and he's brought down at the 11-yard line. J.W. Doyle says, "Hey, old gun, anything you can do, I can do better."
Right, Doyle's, he got that one good ceiling block, and then after that, he's just off to the races. He's a good presence. He's staying towards the sideline. I don't think he was counting on Chad Guy being able to catch up to him like that. He looked a little surprised.
That was a great kick-out block in front by Corey Mercer, the guard. As now it's a red zone 1st down at the 11-yard line. Nickens looking, end zone, and it's knocked away.
Yeah, the Sharks are only going to let you get away with those crossing routes in the middle of the field for so long before they start preying on.
Toby Kaufman with the knockdown, and it's 2nd down and 10. This would be potentially to take the lead if they get 6 points here. A single receiver to each side, and a late handoff to Doyle, and nowhere to go, but straight into the arms of Chad Guy.
Chad Guy was having none of that. Made him look bad on one play. He's going to remember it.
Well, this is the Chad Guy versus J.W. Doyle show to this point in the ball game. Set 3rd down and 12. They can get a first down inside the 1-yard line. Nickens looking, end zone, man open to the back of the end zone, and he dropped it. Bubba Marshall had 6 points in his grasp, and the ball hit the turf.
Yeah, no one's happy about that. He'll definitely be spoken to on the sidelines.
Oh, there was nobody within 5 yards of him either. Those are the kind of catches you got to be making, but for now, it's Johnny Omega's first chance at 3 points today from just inside 30 yards.
If you're the Sharks, you got to be happy with holding Oklahoma City to 3 points on this drive.
Kick is away, and it is right down Main Street. Neither kicker has missed today from 29. So it's 13-10 San Francisco, 6:51 to go. Make sure you download the Score Stream app from the Google or Android, Google Play or Apple iTunes Store. Catch all the action live on your phone. It's the official live scoring app of the Simulation Football League. We're into our 2nd season partnering with them. Kick is away from Johnny Omega from the 5-yard line up to the 20, 25, and he meets the defense at the 29, and that's where he will stay. That's Gabriel Manning on the return again.
Oklahoma City's doing a really good job of keeping Gabriel Manning from breaking one to the outside. The best chance of tackling him is right there before he breaks out, because once he's gone, his speed's just going to get him to the end zone. There's very few people on Oklahoma City's team that can catch him if he's running full out.
We're coming up to halftime here. Tight game here, low scoring. A lot of good defense being played. Here's Ahmed Sheila for the first down, and he's sacked. Ooh. He goes down, loss of 5, back to the 23-yard line.
With authority. Dante Okobe, yep.
Yeah, Dante Okobe.
Let's go.
First big sack of the game goes Oklahoma City's way, and now 2nd and long for the Sharks.
Now you got to be happy that Chima held on to that ball.
There has been an abnormal amount of fumbles recently in SFL games. A pitch to Zulu running left side. He'll pick one of those yards back. It'll be 3rd down and 14. Looking at you, Ray Bentley.
That's true. The preseason jitters have been on full display. A lot of people with a little bit shaky hands.
3rd down and 14. Looks like they're going to go for it. Trips left, single right. And Chima back to pass. Deep drop for him. Throws over the middle. That pass is caught, but he's not going to get there. Mickey Martino did not get the ball across the 1st down marker. It'll be 4th down and 1. Hey, Drury made the stop.
That great open field tackle to stop him before he can cross the sticks.
And now the punter kicks, who on his first punt pinned Oklahoma City back at their 2-yard line and really set up the good field position for the San Francisco touchdown. And now he's going to kick it away, and bringing it back to the 22-yard line is Kyle Corbett.
Yeah, there's nowhere for Corbett to go on that one. He got wrapped up immediately.
Good punt coverage on consecutive punts by the Sharks. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half. And Deacon Nickens now looking to put together a drive like he did in the first quarter and possibly take the lead here. Sharks stack the box against Doyle, and they were ready for it.
Nowhere
Loss
to go.
of 4. I think that was David Njoku again, his 2nd tackle for loss of the ball game.
And Yoku's a big guy. He's 6'5", 232. He's a great mix of speed and weight out there.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Nickens. Nowhere really to go. He'll dump it off over the middle for 5 yards to Deezer Powell. He'll pick up his 4th catch of the day.
Chad Guy there again.
Now 3rd down and 9. Empties backfield for Deacon Nickens on 3rd down and long. 5 wide set. Pressure coming. He gets the pass away. Rifled down the field and almost picked off. Abner St. John had the ball in his grasp, but it hits the turf and it'll be 4th down.
St. John brought the whole squad there on that, and the pocket was collapsing every way that he looked.
I mean, good on Deacon Nickens for trying to find something.
Yeah, he got it out of there. He didn't take the sack, but it almost led to a real bad mistake. 33 was right there.
And now, Ethan Ellis punting from his own 10-yard line. So he is punted from the back of his end zone in his own 10-yard line. Has a spin move by Manning. Gets him up to the San Francisco 45 before he is hit hard and brought down right there. 3:59 to go, 2nd quarter. And Ahmed Chima has the ball back in his hands.
We should expect to see more of the same here on this next drive. Chima's going to be looking for Gabriel Manning, and probably a little bit more Gabriel Manning.
And maybe a Zulu run splashed here and there. Stack box on 1st down. Here is Zulu up the middle. Big hole. That's 7 yards straight up the gut.
And that's a key reason why Manning's been open on a lot of these plays is that backfield threat that Zulu presents is definitely more formidable than it was when he was a fullback last year.
There were 7 players in the box for Oklahoma City. They still couldn't get it. They're stacking it again here. 2nd down and 3. Chima to throw near side. That pass is incomplete. It looked like Mickey Martino saw it late as it came over the outstretched hand of the defender.
Yeah, 21 was trying to make a play on that right there, but Corbett just couldn't get in position, and it looks like he did enough to screen Martino. Like you said, he just didn't see the ball coming in and couldn't make a play on it.
3rd down and 3 now. Neither team has really been great on 3rd downs in this ball game. I formation with Zulu dotting, and it's going to be a throw, and it's a wide open man near side. But I get a Gabriel Manning alert. 1st down.
Yep, another set of downs. 3 more shots at the end zone. I mean, that's half of Manning's game right there.
I think part of their game plan right now is just bleed the clock as you try and go for points. So get into the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, it looks like they are playing a little bit more conservative. They're confident that they've got this lead, and if they can manage this possession correctly, they'll go into halftime with it.
Pass complete. Martino. 1st down again. I'm sorry, that's not Martino. That's Matt Burnham, tight end. Making the catch and dragging a defender for a couple yards afterwards.
Matt Burnham's presence is going to be felt somewhere in this game, so it's fitting that he picks up the 1st down there and keeps the drive alive.
I would not have predicted at the start of this game. Finish after Zulu takes the ball for 3 yards right up the middle. I would not have predicted coming into this game that Matt Burnham would have had a catch before either of the Oklahoma City tight ends.
That is definitely surprising. I mean, you figure that the tight ends for Oklahoma, with them going double tight ends with their team build, that they'd be a lot more involved in the offense. But like I said, maybe that's part of the halftime adjustments after they see the way San Francisco's been stopping their current plans.
Heavy set on 2nd down and 7. Chima avoids the rush, throws into traffic. That pass is complete. Gabriel Manning picked that ball out of the air.
Yeah, what a dart by Chima. I mean, he hit Manning right in the numbers. Real small window to get it through, and it was a perfect throw.
2-minute warning on the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. San Francisco got a good drive going on. They're just outside the red zone with 2 minutes to play in the first half, and Ahmed Shima's got this offense working mostly through Gabriel Manning, as you predicted.
Yeah, it's going to be really important for Oklahoma City to hold them to 3 here. You don't want to go into halftime down 10.
Handoff, Zulu up the middle, and he gets to the second level effortlessly. He was tackled down by Day Drury. Shout outs, Carrion Miller, Bulldog Lover, Mart, Hunter Jones, Kanye Rockefeller, Mr. Gutty, and everybody else watching this preseason matchup. Handoff, Zulu up the middle, and he's bowling over more people. He barely didn't get the first down at the 11. Third down and less than a yard to go.
Brady Clark making sure that they don't pick up the first down there. They've still got a chance of holding them at a field goal. But they're going to have to get some sort of backfield penetration on this next play.
And they're going San Francisco sell out on the run here. I formation, only one wide out. Here's Zulu, and he's not going to be stopped short of the first down. In fact, he gets all the way up to the 6-yard line.
Yeah,
he's averaging 4 yards a carry.
And it's like Kyle Corbett and Cole Irvine combined to make that tackle.
Heavy dose of Ogun Zulu here in the red zone. We're going to see another I formation and a pitch. And Zulu making men miss, and shaking tackles put it on the board.
They would not be denied.
And the shark chop comes out again. Second touchdown of the first half for the home team. Let's see how many tackles he breaks here. 1, 2, and then he bounces it outside.
Yeah, it looks like Damon Mislinski, the defensive end, got blocked, or that's a tackle. He slipped, and then it was a great seal block on that right side as he went out.
Roustarian Sloan for the extra point with 39 seconds to go in the second quarter. First half of play almost done, and that was right through. A 10-point lead for the Sharks, 20-10 over Oklahoma City.
I'm not sure which way Oklahoma City wants to go this route. I don't know if they're going to try to get aggressive with only 39 seconds left on the clock before halftime, or if they're content to just sit on it, run it a few times, and then work on their second half game plan.
Well, that's up to the coaching staff and maybe even Deacon Nickens out there on the field if he feels like they should go for it.
Yeah, that's true. The coaching staff's not going to be able to stop Nickens from throwing it if he decides.
Not the best return there out of Kyle Corbett, only making the 27-yard line. 35 seconds to go until the break. So what do you think we're going to see, Merrick, out of Oklahoma City here?
It's tough. I mean, Deacon Nickens is a competitor, and if there are 35 seconds on the clock now, I can't see him sitting back.
Offset I on first down. Nickens to throw, near side, and tapping the toe is Hunter Jones. Pick up a 3, clock stops, 32 seconds left, second down and 7. Maybe
and regardless
they're just trying to get it into Hail Mary range here.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, they're playing the sideline game right now. I mean, it only took 3 seconds off the clock for that play. I mean, they only got 3 yards, but you can see it looks like they're going to try to push it a little bit. Like you said, maybe try to get into field goal range here.
Nickens hands it off to Doyle, and the draw play almost works. It looked like San Francisco's defense was caught a little bit off guard there, but they are going to go up tempo here. 20 seconds and counting. And another handoff to Doyle. This time he breaks through into the second level, and he turns on the Jets and shakes a tackle all the way up. 50 to the 48. Up tempo still going. No timeouts yet. 6 seconds, 5. They got to get the snap off. They're going to spike it, and a timeout with 3 seconds to go.
Oof, that was rough.
Whew.
At the 48 too, so that's, can't imagine that'd be inside field goal range.
Michael Irvine, the coach, said, all right, we're setting up for a Hail Mary here. At least that's what I think he's telling Nickens over there on the sideline. I thought when that play was developing, why on earth are you running it with less than 30 seconds to go? And then Doyle breaks off 30 yards.
Right, he got the 30 yards, but they lost a lot of time there, and they could have called a timeout as soon as he went down. It looked like they let a few more seconds slip away before.
All right, Hail Mary, here we go from just inside midfield. Nickens waits for the play to develop, and he's going to hurl it as he gets hit. Ball to the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, I'm surprised how accurate that throw was with the amount of contact that was made as he was letting go of it.
Rice Star knocked the ball away, and we'll head into the half. Sharks 20, Renegades 10. We've played the first half. We've got one more to go. Can the Renegades come back? Will the Sharks hold on to the lead? We'll see after the break on the SFL Network on YouTube. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Shark Tank in downtown San Francisco by the Bay. Michael Trillo and Merrick Itera here with you to call this preseason SFL action. Merrick, as the second half gets underway, give me some thoughts on the first half and what Oklahoma City needs to do to get back into this game.
Well, I'm not surprised that San Francisco's got a 10-point lead here with them having home field advantage. It's preseason, everyone's still working their butts out. San Francisco, it's going to be interesting to see if they can stay as disciplined as they have been in the first half.
Up to the 30-yard line goes Gabriel Manning, and the most interesting stat at halftime that I saw was Deacon Nickens seriously outdueling Ahmed Chima. Chima only 61 yards, Nickens 104 and a touchdown.
Yeah, that's without using Wyndham or Bovine. We haven't seen an appearance by either one of them today. I expect that to change here in the second half.
First down and 10 from the 30. Chima to throw, short drop, throws over the middle into traffic, and it's almost picked off.
It looked like Al Clint was there.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, it looks like Oklahoma City's re-energized here. They're up. They're trying to get the rest of their team up. You can see the excitement. So it must have been a halftime speech for the ages.
I mean, it's going to have to be if Oklahoma City's going to get into this game. As much as Deacons has been good on the stat sheet, that offense has looked kind of lethargic. Here's Chima going downfield. Oh, he's dropped. Oh, no. It's Jones. That's Jake Jones. second string wide receiver making the drop.
Yeah. Chima was definitely expecting Jones to pull that one down. I mean, he had him open. He put the ball right where it needed to be. And instead, it almost turns into a turnover for Oklahoma City. They've got people had their hands on it.
3rd down and 10. Trips right, single left. Chima to throw for the 3rd straight time. Quick out to the far side. That catch is made, but well short of the 1st down is Gabriel Manning, and a punt coming up for San Francisco.
Yeah, good play, but not enough to keep the chains moving and keep the offense on the field. So we'll see how Deacon Nickens comes out.
I mean, if you're in a 3rd down situation, all the receivers, you know, you got to run routes that go past the sticks. It just doesn't make sense if you don't.
Yeah, I think maybe because they were so close to their own end zone, they didn't want to risk it going bad. So they went with the safe play, picked them up a few more yards, got their punter a little bit more.
Again, great punt coverage by San Francisco for the 3rd straight time. That's Jabril Peppers on the tackle at the Oklahoma City 23.
Yeah, he's a special teams wizard. He's down there on almost every play. You'll see every time Corbett's getting up off the ground. It seems like Jabril Peppers is getting off the ground too.
Now Deacon Nickens from his own 23-yard line, a receiver each side, an I formation behind him. And he's going to throw. Throws over the middle. That pass is jump ball, and it hits the turf.
It's well played by Camden.
There by Camden Hoffman and Deezer Powell.
Yeah, it's going to be a series of battles over there on the left side of the field, like you were saying earlier. You're going to see Deezer Powell and Camden Hoffman squaring off here in the second half. I'm really surprised that they haven't tried to work in either of their tight ends yet.
Another I formation, actually same formation as last play on 2nd down and 10. Loading the box is San Francisco, and a quick flare out into traffic and hits the ground, intended for Powell again. Oh, sorry, that one was intended for Hunter Jones.
Yes, San Francisco secondary is still swarming out there.
So we've gone 2 plays without yardage from both teams. Let's see if Oklahoma City can fare better on 3rd and 10 than San Francisco did. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Nickens back to throw, plenty of time, dumps it short, and only 4 yards picked up by Deezer Powell, and it's going to be a punting situation for the Renegades.
Nickens has found a lot of success throwing today, but they're all short yardage completions. I mean, he's made a lot of throws. His receivers are coming down with catches, but it seems like anytime he goes deep, something goes wrong.
Another punt coming up here for Ethan Ellis. He stands just inside his 15-yard line. Gabriel Manning back deep to receive the kick. Kick is away, no pressure on him that time. Kick received at the 35, up to the 40 goes Manning, and that's where San Francisco will start their next drive. A bit cagey here to start the second half from both offenses.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of their regular season game plan they want being leaked in this preseason game. Looks like they're using lesser expected aspects of their offensive potential here.
Offset eye behind Chima on 1st down and 10. And Chima to throw. Pressure coming. He gets the pass away, and that pass is caught at a 1st down at midfield. Gabriel Manning makes another catch.
Gabriel Manning's killing him on those medium yardage crossing routes that he's running from that left side towards the middle of the field. I'm not sure what it is, what's breaking down there, but he's had quite a few of those today.
And they've been covering him well, both the safeties and the corners, but he's just found those little pockets of space to make the catch. Ball at midfield, 1st down and 10. Sharks in the all-black going right to left. Chima over the middle again. That pass is caught in a spin move. This time the pass was caught by Tim Brown Jr., and he gets him 7 yards.
And Tim Brown Jr. did a lot of work for us last year. He was one of the lesser-known aspects of the Sharks' offense, but he was integral to a lot of our the first half of our season's offensive success.
Brown, mostly a blocking scheme back as we've gone heavy set on 2nd down and 3 with no wideouts. Expect to see a heavy dose of Ogunzulu here, and he gets the pitch and he weaves his way through the defense, and he is stopped short. Only a yard gain as he is stood up by Matthew Lee. Or sorry, that's Clark.
It looks like Brady Clark came in with that tackle there.
43-34. It's the same number, right?
Right. It's close, you know. One of the Oklahoma City guys stopped him.
Yeah, that's all that really matters. It's 3rd down and 2 now. They'll go back to spreading it out, 1 receiver each side.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something to throw somebody off their game, because they've definitely found something working for them right now.
How about that? That works for you. 20 down to the 24. Gabriel Manning makes another catch in traffic.
Manning slipping his coverage once again. Just 1 step to the left or the right. The guy's so quick. That's all it takes. 1 step, and it gives him enough separation to make that catch.
That's a beautiful ball by Chima, too.
Yeah, you kept throwing
said it earlier. He's been really hitting those spots well.
Yeah, and I'd imagine, I mean, Zig Washington wasn't drafted onto this team to cover Gabriel Manning one-on-one. So
1st down and 10 from the 24. Draw to Zulu up the middle. He'll get 6 yards before he's wrapped up by a host of white and bronze. And again, a good pickup on 1st down.
It looks like Brady Clark again in there with the stop. So there's at least one person that's keeping his eyes on Zulu every play. It seems like more often than not, it's Brady Clark that's coming in to make those hits once he breaks into the secondary.
A receiver each side. Zulu in the backfield, and Chima under center. Here's Zulu for the 3rd straight play, and he didn't really get anywhere. They'll give him a yard as he fell forward. Tackle made that time by Damon Malinsky.
Yeah, one of the non-contracts, but definitely stepping up. I mean, Ogunzulu's made a couple people look bad today, and Malinsky was not having it.
Crowd on their feet here at the Shark Tank. 3rd down and 3. Pitch, 4th play in a row to Zulu, and he's not going to get there.
Brady
2
Clark
yards
again.
Picked up, and it's not enough. Brady Clark again. Spine all the way, makes the tackle. 4th down and 1. Now, what are you going to go for here?
Well, you've already got the lead, so I'd imagine they're just going to tack on 3 more. Puts them almost
chip shot by comparison for Rositarian Sloan.
Yeah, it's definitely not the 47-yarder he kicked earlier.
Snap good, hold down, kick on the way, and it is right down 2 yards at 23-10. San Francisco pushes the lead to 13, and Oklahoma is struggling to find answers right now.
Yeah, I know they might have had the idea that they didn't want to use their tight ends so the teams could prepare for them when the regular season kicks off, but it might be time to crack that seal, because you don't want to lose like this, not in preseason.
It is preseason, but these teams have been going all out in every game. As we saw on Wednesday, we had a 4th of July massacre of defenses. As Kyle Corbett takes this ball up to the 25-yard line. If you weren't there, go back and watch the video on YouTube. It is insane. Queen City beat Tallahassee 55-52 in overtime. In a game that took almost 2 hours.
That's not very often that we get over 100 points combined between 2 squads, but Tallahassee and Queen City are definitely not treating their matchup as a preseason fight.
Down the field from Nickens, and he's got a man out in traffic. Deezer Powell making the defense look silly across midfield to the San Francisco 48-yard line.
It looks like Dickens has had enough. He just told Deezer to go down there and I'll find you. But he hits him. He's being trailed by 2 people. Great diving catch right in the middle of the field. Huge chunk of yards.
He had Barry Barkley draped right over him all the way and still made the catch into San Francisco territory. They'll come out I formation here on 1st down and 10, going right to left, wearing the bronze and white. Nickens short drop, flares out to the far side. That pass is caught by Hunter Jones, and he gets 9 yards before being pushed out of bounds on the far side by Eric Stopps.
And a lot of people don't like to see those out routes towards the sidelines on first down, but you can pick up 9 yards on a play. You got to be pretty happy with that.
We've seen a heavy dose of out routing from both sides today.
Yeah, it's one of the safer routes that you can have your receivers run here. The SFL defenses seem to just sit back on that and then make it back and stop it.
Haven't heard much from J.W. Doyle in the second half, but he does the job. Picks up 3 yards and a first down up to the 36. And
yeah, doing the dirty work right now, getting the hard short yardage stuff to keep the plays alive, or to keep the drives alive.
Drive continues for Oklahoma City. Nickens looking to have maybe a 200-yard passing game if this keeps up. He had 104 at halftime. Offset eye behind him on 1st and 10. He'll throw, short drop, has to move in the pocket, throws back across his body, and Nickens loses Deezer Powell loses 2 yards as he came back to the grab.
I was going to say, it looked like Deezer Powell was running a different route and saw that his QB was in trouble and came back behind the line to bail him out, but it didn't help their yardage situation out.
I mean, that's usually either the running back or the fullback making that check down option. But good game attention from Powell preventing the sack, but they do lose 2. 2nd down and 12. Nickens back to pass. He will drop it short to Doyle. And Doyle loses 3 more yards. It'll be 3rd down and a long 15.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like you said, you see a lot of the check down stuff here, but there's good check down plays and bad check down plays, and giving your running back 2 yards away from the pile and then giving him the ball doesn't give him a whole lot to work with.
And we have seen 2 bad check down plays in a row. Trips left, single right, and a man in the backfield on 3rd down and 15. Nickens needs one of those bombs like we saw earlier, but he's just going to throw it short. That pass is complete to Bubba Marshall, and it's going to be 4th down at 11. And you kind of felt like they were going to concede possession after 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, credit to the Sharks defense because they forced him into those check down plays. Those weren't designed, you know what I mean? Like their coverage is forcing him to look for the less optimal option there.
Best punting position of the game for Ethan Ellis. He'll try to pin the Sharks deep, and he will at the 11-yard line. Fair caught by Manning.
Yeah, anything you can do to make Gabriel Manning call a fair catch instead of trying to run that on you that's a win.
I mean, you kind of looked like you wanted to run, but got to be safe. It's the preseason. You don't want to get hurt. You're backed up on your own 10-yard line. We've seen a fumble return for a score already in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Manning always wants to run, though. Like you just got to take the leash off him and let him go sometimes.
1st down and 10 from the San Francisco 11-yard line. Handoff. Zulu. Loss of 2 yards as the defense came to play that time.
Yeah, absolutely. They were not letting Ogunzulu get out of the backfield.
Tackle made by Okobe. He also has the only sack of the game so far. 2nd down and 12 coming up. From the San Francisco 10-yard line, we're in the all-black with sky blue and white trim. Going left to right, then Chima. Long drop, short pass, and he got that 2 yards back as a dump off to Mickey Martino. That's all. 3rd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, and Mickey Martino hasn't gained a whole bunch of yards this game, but he's come down. I mean, he's come down with some solid catches in traffic, you know. So it's good. It's a good first outing for him.
And I think that's all you really want as a coach. You know, sometimes the occasion can get to a young player, and you just want him to go out there and make catches. 3rd down and 10. Chima under pressure. Down he goes. 2nd sack of the game for Oklahoma City, and this one comes by the hands of Damon Myslinski. Oh, sorry, Deacon Payne actually got there first.
Yeah, it looks like Deacon Payne was fighting. Well, I mean, Myslinski was right there, so
give them both
probably each get half of that one. Yep.
And now it is Kick's turn.
Sharks turn to punt out of the end of their end zone.
Kick from the back of the end zone. Good field position upcoming here for Oklahoma City. They'll just try and make a good return for Corbett, and Corbett gets to the 40, and that's the best starting position of the game for Oklahoma City.
And you got to be happy with that because, I mean, you punted it off. By the time you get it back, you're actually, you know, you're right back where you started before, so it's a good 3 and out by them.
And this is the part of the field where Oklahoma City has struggled the most in this game. You know, kind of between the 50-yard line and the Sharks' 20. They haven't really been able to get anything going towards the end zone except on that one drive where they got the touchdown.
Yeah, they're really struggling here as the field starts to shorten and the Sharks' coverage starts to compress a little bit.
Brock Manley got rocked on that.
Yeah, he did.
And dropped the football, lucky not to give up an interception there.
Yeah, case in point, I mean, as the field starts to shorten, when the Sharks are sitting back in those zones, the windows get smaller and smaller, and you got more of a chance as you get closer to the end zone to just get your bell rung. Pretty good like that.
That was Robert Ice doing the bell ringing for the Sharks. 2nd down and 10. Nickens, hand off to Doyle. He's got room to run up the middle, and he's going to get 6 yards as he falls forward through the contact.
Yeah,
J.W. Doyle and Ogunzulu very close, only 4 yards separate him.
Absolutely. And Barry Barkley doing another outstanding job of an open field tackle on an elusive running back like J.W. Doyle.
Just about a minute to go here in the third quarter. It's flown by. San Francisco 23, Oklahoma City 10. 3rd down and 4. I formation from the San Francisco 34-yard line. Hand off Doyle. Try to find a lane, and he's got it, but he can't get the first down.
I thought he had it.
Couldn't really see who made the tackle there. I might guess it's Chad Guy, but maybe I'm being a little too optimistic.
I'm not optimistic. I think it's getting to be a routine. And anytime J.W. Doyle gets stopped somewhere 3 to 4 yards, Chad Guy's on the other end of it.
Watching it back, it was Robert Ice again, not Guy, and a timeout called as they set up to go for the 4th down and 1, and now they're going to burn the timeout and kick the field goal. And this is one of the things that coaches do in this league that I just don't understand.
Well, yeah, especially on that one, because they didn't even let the clock run down. It looked like they just went up to the line and called the timeout. Like, oh, this isn't going to work.
And then the only thing that I think it could be is Deacon Nickens was like, yeah, let's go for it. And Michael Tyler.
Yeah, it definitely could have been that. Deacon Nickens might have been thinking, let's push. It's almost the 4th quarter. We're down almost 2 touchdowns. Like, let's get some points in here.
Kick on the way from Johnny Omega. It is right down Main Street from 47 yards and matching Rosterian Sloan's long of the evening. Neither kicker has missed yet from anywhere on the field.
Yeah, that was a good boot by Omega. It brings
19
it within
seconds
10 points.
to go in the third quarter. Sorry, Merrick, continue.
Oh, no, that's all right. I was just saying it brings it within 10 points. So now, I mean, there's still 2 scores away, but it doesn't feel as insurmountable now. And they got a whole quarter to work with it. So they'll be able to settle down, I'd imagine.
Oh, here, Manning could get something from this, and a spin move got up to the 32-yard line. He was shut down by the second wave of punt coverage.
Yeah, it looked like number 54, Dexter Romberg, got in there and pushed him back, kind of stopped his forward progress, and then the other guys dogpiled him.
14 seconds to go in the third quarter. Michael Trillo, Merrick Itera here at the Shark Tank, calling this SFL preseason game. Wherever you're watching SFL on YouTube, we thank you for joining in. And the first penalty of the game is going to be a sides on Oklahoma City as somebody on that front line jumped.
Yeah, and if you're Oklahoma City, you got to be happy that if you were going to jump on a play, at least you jumped on a run play to the right side that got bottled up pretty quick instead of jumping with enough time for Ahmed to audible to something to try to hurt you deep.
David Mislinski, I feel his name's been called a lot tonight for a non-contract player. He jumped off sides.
He's been involved. I think we're going to the 4th.
We are going to the 4th. Put your 4s up, everybody. 10-point lead for the Sharks, 23-13, 11 minutes to go in this one. Will we see a comeback, or will the Sharks close out a preseason victory? 1st down and 5 coming up for San Francisco, and they're all black, going right to left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, if I was out there on defense for Oklahoma City, I'd be pushing my guys to try to get a turnover right here.
Up the middle, Zulu. 1st down, 6 yards, pick up to the 44-yard line. As Oklahoma City in the bronze yellow and white could not bring him down.
Yeah, it's almost death by 1,000 cuts here with Ogunzulu, because he's not. I mean, he's had that 129-yard run that was really impressive, but otherwise it's averaging about 4 yards a carry. But if you can average 4 yards a carry, you can never stop the drive. So
late handoff to Zulu, and it looked like he wasn't expecting to get the ball, and he lost 3 yards.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication in the backfield there. And there's Mislinski again.
That was one of the strangest plays I think we've seen tonight. Ahmed Chima was like, here's the ball. And Ogunzulu was like, I don't want this. What are you giving me? What are you giving me this for?
Yeah, Mislinski's right there. Don't give me this.
Second down and 13. Chima, long drop, back to throw over the middle, incomplete. He threw it well in front of his intended receiver, which is Jake Jones.
That's Jake Jones wearing number 10 out there. Yeah, he hasn't come up with anything huge today. He's been targeted a couple times, I think. This might be his preseason tryout.
Jones has had one catch over the middle, got 4 yards in the first half. Other than that, he's just been on blocking duty. 2 receivers each side. 3rd down and 13 to go. Plenty of time for Chima. Now the pocket collapses and down he goes. 3rd sack of the game for Oklahoma City. This one is all in the pocket of Damon Mislinski. No, sorry, 97. That's Washington. Zig Washington, a rookie with his first sack.
Yeah, 6'5", 290, and he just blows right by number 60 there. Slips the block and puts it on Chima. Like you said, the pocket looked like it was holding up pretty well. I think Chima was looking downfield, and Washington definitely surprised him.
Well, if you are the coaching staff for Oklahoma City, that drive couldn't have gone any better. They got 1 first down, but then lost 11 yards and are punting it away, and you're getting the ball back. Plenty of time to go, 9:25. As the return up to the 28-yard line by Corbett.
Yeah, that's decent starting position for OKC. I'd look for Nickens to go out there and try to push him on mid to deep routes and see if he can find a hole in this Sharks defense and get enough of a chunk that it doesn't put them in that no man's land where they've been suffering, like you said, from the 50 to the 20. He's to try to get past that or close to it from a big play back here.
3 receivers left and 1 to the right on 1st down and 10. Nickens under center. Stands in the pocket, throws over the middle. That's a dart complete for 10 yards. They're not going to give him the first down. Powell took a shot but hung on.
Yeah, he definitely got punished for that one. There's definitely a tax for that catch in the middle, but he paid it happily. It looked like he stood back up and wants a little bit more.
Well, he's on the sideline for this play. As they're going to go heavy set and maybe look for a run from Doyle here on 2nd down and less than a yard to go. The ball looks to be almost over the line already. Pitch to Doyle, and he's not going to get there. He actually lost a half a yard. The Sharks defense was all over it.
It seemed like he was looking to try to take it to the outside, and they cut him off there. So when he tried to cut it back in, there was just nowhere to go.
John Osiris, defensive tackle on the stop, and another short yardage situation coming down now. 3rd and short. It's a first sack of the game for the Sharks, flying out of nowhere. What a move by Adler St. John.
It looks like he got tired of coaching up the rest of the defensive line and wanted to get in there on the action himself. Because he basically threw that defender right out of his way.
That was amazing.
His blocker.
Now, Ethan Ellis has punted a little bit more than he probably would have liked to in this ball game. Manning just outside the 30, and he'll get up to the 30 before he's wrestled to the ground. Elvis Schumacher made the tackle.
Yeah, good for them holding Gabriel back behind that 30, because you can't give the Sharks a single yard right now. Like you're down by 10 still. You got 7 minutes and change to go. Still got to stop them and then get it back and then put the ball in the end zone or through the uprights at least twice.
It's a long uphill climb for Oklahoma City, but they're still in this game. Here's Ahmed Chima on 1st down. 7-step drop over the middle. That pass is caught. Gabriel Manning again, coming in clutch for 7 yards.
Yeah, the Chima to Manning connection is looking very strong here. He's throwing it in real tight windows, and Manning's got those sure hands. He just doesn't drop stuff like that.
And the stats on the screen speak for themselves. 8 for 9 on receptions by the first choice wide receiver, Gabriel Manning tonight. 2nd down and 3 coming up. Another 7-step drop for Chima. Steps up in the pocket, rifles it downfield. There's a man open, tipped up into the air, but it's incomplete.
I mean, when you've got a linebacker in coverage that deep in the field, you feel like you're in bad shape. And with Gabriel Manning, I don't know how he doesn't come down with that. He must have just lost it in the sun or something.
Oh,
it hits him right in the hands.
Off his hands, off his chest protector, and then he gets hit by Al Clint and he can't follow up.
And then Clint just tacks one on him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. You might want to hand the ball off to Ogunzulu a couple times.
That's the second crazy deflection on a deep ball we've seen tonight. Neither of them have amounted to anything, but they've been fun to watch. 3rd down and 3 for the Sharks. Chima, short drop, looks to throw over the middle. Wobbly ball. It's brought down. Great catch by Burnham. He makes his 2nd of the night, and he picks up 3 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, Burnham's like that. You don't see him a lot, but you always see him in clutch situations. And they need the 1st down, 3rd and short. He picks it up in traffic while getting hit.
I see a wild Roddy Nickens, SFL legend, in the chat. Welcome to the game. Hope you're enjoying SFL preseason action. Chima to the far side. That pass is complete. Mickey Martino picking up 8 yards on 2nd down, or on 1st down rather.
And like we said earlier, there's a lot of people that dislike those out plays, but if you can pick up 8 to 9 yards every time, I don't know how you can have anything negative to say about them.
Heavy I formation now with a receiver each side, and Chima doesn't really like what he sees, so he's going to change it. 6 minutes, 10 seconds to play for the ball game. Sharks up 10, and Zulu not going anywhere. Crunching tackle made in the hole there.
Chima thought they might be weak up the middle there, but Oklahoma City showing their backbone. Got it. Al Clint in there to make that stop.
Now 3rd down and 2. Both teams have struggled on 3rd down tonight. And maybe we'll get to see more Ogunzulu here in a short yardage situation.
Yeah, they might go back to that.
We will. It's a draw, and Zulu gets dropped back at midfield.
That was great penetration on the Oklahoma defense. They got through there. And there's, when there's more tacklers than blockers, it's usually a bad play for the offense.
One of the biggest men on the field, Dave Olson, 6'3", 295.
That's a big boy.
And now, Eric Walsh punting it away. Received at the 10-yard line and up to the 13 by Corbett. Two dangerous return men in this game tonight, and neither one of them really made an impact.
No, and honestly, I would have expected Corbett to call for the fair catch there. I don't know why he's taking a chance of trying to run it. They're already down. You fumble that deep in your end zone, the game's over.
Especially down 10 with 5 minutes flat to play. Oklahoma City really needs something on this drive. Trips right, 1 to the left. 4 down linemen for the Sharks, and it's a short pass to Doyle, and he set him up for failure. Loss of 4 back to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it's the second time we've seen that play in this game, and it's ended up the same way each time.
They're going to go up-tempo, keeping the same formation. Nickens back to pass. He's going to find Doyle again. Doyle gets 2 yards on the out route to the near side. They're going to go up-tempo for a 3rd time. 3rd down and 12 from the 11-yard line. 4:30 to go and counting. Nickens, deep drop, fires over the middle. Caught! Wide open in the middle of the defense. And going away is Hunter Jones past the 50 to the 47.
And see, that's what I would be expecting from them here in this 4th quarter, is going deep down the middle, trying to hit them hard.
Up-tempo keeps on coming as we wait for everybody to get to the line. Nickens, quick snap, looks over the middle, and he's going down!
Is that Abner again?
Sack. Abner St. John. No, it's not. No. That was Isaiah Crowell.
That was Isaiah Crowell, yeah. I thought maybe
2nd and 16. Moving in the pocket, and he barely avoids a sack by throwing the ball into the back of his lineman. Osiris got there.
And Abner's got this D-line hyped up.
I think you run the up-tempo to wear the defense out. I think the offensive line got worn out faster.
Yeah, I think so. I think it kind of worked in not in the way you'd want it to. The defensive line got amped.
Third down and 16. Powell needing a big one here. Nickens throws over the middle, incomplete. Hunter Jones had that ball in his hand and dropped it, and I apologize to Deacon Nickens. I called him about 3 different people there.
Yeah, Hunter Jones. I mean, that looked like a replay of the strike that they had just hit him with a few plays ago, but coverage was a little bit tighter on that one.
The 30th pick in the SFL draft. Hunter Jones couldn't come down with that one. 4th and 16, and they're going for it. Empty backfield, 5 wide set. Only rushing 4 over the middle and incomplete. Almost picked off.
Yeah, it looks like that was Toby Cuffman again.
Toby Cuffman, he's made a couple of big knockdowns tonight.
Yeah, kept his eyes in the backfield. Broke on the ball. I mean, that's a real big heads-up play for your middle linebacker out there.
A turnover on downs, and with the way this game has been shaping up, that might just do it with 3:45 to go.
Yeah, I'd imagine the Sharks are just going to, you'll see a healthy dose of Ogunzulu from here on out. Just burn that clock down and walk away with the win.
Chima changing the play at the line. Here's Ogunzulu, and he's going to go backwards for 2 yards. Brady Clark made a tackle. He's got 8 tonight. You know who we haven't seen in the second half a lot of that I had expected to? Chad Guy.
Yeah, his name hasn't popped up as much. We haven't seen Charles Wyndham or Tiberius Bovine either.
Well, after the first half that Chad Guy had, he had 8 tackles. Haven't called his name except in error in this second half. And with 3 minutes to go, he's off the field on the sideline as the offense for San Fran has control of the ball. Handoff, zoom up the middle into the teeth of the defense. He'll get a couple yards back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, and in that same thought process, we haven't seen Oklahoma City really pushing the run nearly as much as they were in the first half. So I don't know, maybe, it's possible that J.W. Doyle picked up some sort of small injury that's hampering him in some way, because it doesn't seem like they're using him nearly as much anymore.
Well, I think that just might be a symptom of being behind in a ball game and trying to get back in. They've thrown the ball to Doyle a couple times.
That is true.
Just hasn't seen him run out of the backfield. 3rd down and 10 now. Just inside the 50-yard line, and Zulu gets 1 yard, and even that was kind of generous.
Yeah, Day Drury again with the tackle.
And I don't think we're going to see a 60-yard field goal coming out from Rastarian Sloan, even though I don't think either of these kickers I don't think either of these kickers can miss. We're going to the 2-minute warning. San Francisco 23, Oklahoma City 13. It's going to be a great finish. This is the SFL preseason presented by APM Music on YouTube. Stay with us.
Let's go.
Michael Chirillo, Merrick Tara back with you at the Shark Tank, and we're going to take you through to the end of the ball game here with 2 minutes to go. Eric Walsh punting it away from his own 40-yard line. That's a great booming punt. Bounces at the 5 and straight up into the air, and it's into the end zone.
Wow, I thought for sure that they were going to put Oklahoma City back there at the 1, but just couldn't control it.
I don't know. I don't believe that. I kind of looked away and thought, oh man, they're going to be down inside 5. And no, I'm looking back on it now. He stumbled a little bit and fell over the line. Now, Oklahoma City kind of got bailed out there. They'll start from their own 20-yard line, 1:50 to go. Nickens, deep drop, throws over the far side. That pass is complete, and Deezer Powell gets out of bounds.
And you can see that Deezer Powell and Hunter Jones have both had a healthy selection of passes thrown at them. They're both equally involved.
Spreading the ball around, getting both receivers ready for the season. I think that might have been the game plan coming in.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like more and more, is that they was just trying to shake out all the preseason or the off-season rust and get these guys ready to go into the regular season.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. First down and 10 from the Oklahoma City 33-yard line. Nickens, short drop, short pass to Doyle, and Doyle gets 1 yard. Stays in bounds, clock running, and they'll go up tempo now with 1:35 to go and counting. Waiting for everybody to get set on the line, and the snap goes to Nickens. Nickens deep drop, looking over the middle, pressure coming, pocket collapsing, and down he goes all the way back. Well, they're going to give him the 25. I thought he went back all the way at the 20.
I thought it looks like the ball's at the 18 right now.
Ball is only going to be a loss of 8. Abner St. John picks up his 2nd sack.
Yeah, he definitely got in there. They're not giving Deacon Nickens enough time to get these balls where he's trying to get them to.
3rd down and 18 now. The game might hinge on this play. 4 wide set, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Nickens in the shotgun. He's going to rifle it to the near side. That pass is caught. First down along the sideline.
What a grab.
Hunter Jones didn't get out of bounds, so they'll have to call their 2nd timeout, but wow.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he dropped it right over the coverage, close to the sidelines. It's unfortunate Hunter Jones didn't get all the way out, but it was a great grab by him.
Yeah, actually, that was their last timeout. I don't remember when they used their 2nd one. They used their 1st one earlier in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 at the Oklahoma City 45. Nickens short drop throws to Doyle out of the backfield, and Doyle's going nowhere. And they have no timeouts left.
Yeah, that's not the play. That's not the play that you draw up when you have no timeouts and you're not even across midfield yet.
1:06 to go and counting. Nickens back to pass, looking downfield, and he's hit and dropped again. Isaiah Crowell.
Yeah, the Sharks are definitely racking up sacks here.
Now 3rd and 18 again. They're going to go short to Doyle, and he is wrestled down. No timeouts. Bounce again. 40 seconds left and counting. They're going to have to go up tempo. 4th down and 16. Game right here. And they jumped.
Oh, no.
Jumped. The pass is batted away, and with 28 seconds left, the Renegades are going to get another shot at this.
Yeah, and so they get a free clock stoppage, and they get a free 1st down. That's pretty strong.
Number 94, defense, 5-yard penalty.
Oh, that's Abner St. John. He really wanted that 3rd sack, and he was like, I'm getting him. And he went too early.
Yep, no 1st down. So it'll still be 4th and 11, but gets them closer.
And a chance to set up in a formation that's different than the one they had before.
Yeah, because that personnel grouping was not giving them
formation.
Yeah, the personnel group that they had on the field right there was not giving them what they needed as far as chances to go deep.
4th down, 11 now, and this is really only to save face in this game as Nickens goes deep, and it's tipped at incomplete. Jabril Peppers knocked that one away. It's Sharks ball with 23 seconds left, and there is your ball game.
Yeah, Nickens definitely went down fighting. He's got one-on-one coverage, and thought Hunter Jones would be able to take care of it, but great coverage by Jabril Peppers. I mean, that's all you can say. He gets up there and makes a play.
We've got fantastic SFL preseason action coming to you over the next 2 days. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, late one, Houston and Chicago. And then on Saturday, we'll round out the preseason with London at Vancouver at 2 p.m. Central, and the Sioux Falls Sparrows at the St. Louis Gladiators at 6 Central. That's what's coming up the rest of the week on the SFL preseason as we wind down this game. Merrick, final thoughts?
Well, I'd imagine that anybody watching this game today, I wouldn't take away from it that Oklahoma City is going to be lacking on offense or anything. I mean, we didn't see a single contribution from either of their tight ends. So it's safe to say that this preseason game plan wasn't anything close to what you'll see during the regular season. For the Sharks, it looks like, Ogunzulu's transition to halfback is paying immediate dividends for them. They've got legitimate short to medium yardage run threat there, and they're taking advantage of it. And that's all that's going to do is pull pressure off of their receivers. So I expect Mickey Martino to be more involved. I expect to see Matt Burnham making those key contributions deep in the field, and of course Gabriel Manning's going to be all over.
Final score from the Shark Tank: Sharks 23, Renegades 13. For Andy Hamilton and Mike Daggs on behind the scenes nights, and my commentary co-host Merrick Itera, I have been your play-by-play commentator Michael Trurillo. We will see you next time.